When you're surrounded by something, you take it for granted. Something has to become scarce before you start to appreciate it again. We saw a void in New York City. Making beautiful signage, we love to do it because it does feel like you're giving something back to the city.
New York's a neighborhood city. When I was doing fabrication and David was a graphic designer, we had friends who were restaurant owners or managers who knew that we did these types of things and asked us to make signs for them. Not as sign makers, but as craftspeople who understood New York, understood the aesthetics.
The city we grew up with was full of really amazing signs, and by the time we got out of college, it was headed in a very different direction. So we were interested to kind of get to the heart of what made classic New York City signage so special, to try to keep it alive into the 21st century.
Early on, we already were dialing into the idea that doing holistic storefronts is a better approach to this. It's not just about doing one sign. A lot of this stuff comes through finding older signs that we like and looking inside them and seeing how people made them.
We have a maximalist approach. More is more with signage.
Oh, this guy's got to be longer.
That's one of the things that drives us to pour our hearts into our projects. It's going to leave a tangible, lasting impact on the world around us. One of the big watershed jobs for us as a company was when we started working with the Pickle Guys. That's a place I grew up going to with my parents, and I know it means a lot to a lot of Jewish people from New York. With them, we found a partner we really aligned with ideologically. They view what they do as kind of like a public service. Like, you don't start making signs or pickles to get rich. Ace's Pizza, the project had a lot that spoke to us. A neighborhood pizza place with like a classic New York City aesthetic. We got contracted to paint the lettering on the New York Aquarium at Coney Island.
Sandy had knocked out their resources significantly, destroyed one of their buildings. That was a real early treat for us, but it also was something that showed us the broader things that we could shoot for.
It took us a while to figure out how to maximize the real estate, the way that you perceive a storefront, and the way that you interact with it. Not just making signage, but making something holistic from every angle took us some time to figure out, and there's still a lot that we're learning.
We're in the process of creating a New York sign museum. We cold call people who are landlords or developers as a nonprofit.
We try to save signs, and I'd say the success rate is still like max 20%. It's either going in the garbage or they're selling it for 10 grand. It's like, there's no middle ground.
Part of the idea of the sign museum is you can get a tax break for whatever you want to say, you know? Just let us take it down. You don't have to do any work.
The hope is that once it's established, the signs will just come to us. Because for everyone that we're sad that it got destroyed, there's another one that's in someone's basement somewhere, and they're just looking for something to do with it.
We got lucky that our entrance into hand painting fell in line with it becoming popular broadly on the internet. There are hobbyists who are interested in signage and document it, putting it on Twitter or on Instagram or making books, and those people are starting to give us tip-offs. I hope this power supply can run this whole thing, I'm not sure.
If I had to pick a favorite sign that we've done, it might be ours. Although the client was a pain in the ass.
A huge part of what we do is explaining to customers that you can still have ostentatious signs, you can still have colorful signs, you can still have electric signs, but they don't have to be this specific thing.
If someone wants to do a project and we think it has potential, we try to make it happen. We really want to put as many cool signs back out into the world as possible. It's really just that simple.